Currently, right now, Boeing is at $164, but some people still think that that is way too expensive and that it can go down even lower. Well, today we are going to be talking about everything that you guys need to know about Boeing. We're going to be talking about its 737 MAX airplanes, how many people are flying again, its stock prices and its trends. Finally, what I'm going to be doing with Boeing airplanes for the next year. So let's get to it. Alright, so first off, let's talk about its 737 MAX airplanes and what has been going on with it. So on Monday, August 3rd, and the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration, finally released its guides on how the Boeing 737 MAX airplanes can fly again. There were a lot of things in that guideline, and I don't know enough about airplanes to tell you all about it. But one thing that they did say was that among them, wiring throughout the plane is to be rerouted. Dual sensors will be needed to link the aircraft's maneuvering characteristics augmentation system, MCAS flight software. An alert system to warn the potential MCAS malfunctions will be added, and the MCAS in general will be made less powerful. So basically, the plane has a system where it goes on autopilot if it senses that something is wrong. The problem is that these MCAS systems, they are way too powerful, and when they trigger, it makes it very hard for the pilots to turn it off because it's probably in multiple stages. So they have a very hard time turning it off, and these systems, they are not foolproof. They are actually pretty flawed, so they are planning to rewire the plane and make these systems a lot less powerful, so it gives the pilots a lot more control over the plane. Now, these reports are very, very long, and it's going to cost Boeing a lot of money to fix these problems. But the good news is that Boeing has a direction, Boeing finally has something that they can work towards. And now that they know what the problem is, they can go ahead and fix these problems. They are saying that hopefully Boeing will be able to fly again next year. Alright, now moving on to part 2, and that is traveling data. How many people flew last month and how many people are flying throughout the next few months? Okay, so this is the TSA checkpoint travel numbers for 2020 and 2019. As you guys can see, this week, things are looking pretty well this week, The numbers are finally in the mid to high 700s. There is a sudden uptrend in people flying again. Now, keep in mind that when you compare this with a year ago, it's still very, very bad. The amount of people flying now is only 25% of what they were flying a year ago. So that means that we still have a lot of room to grow. From now till the end of the year, it is unlikely that these stocks will go up significantly. However, even though more people are flying again, that is probably not going to last very long because the summer seasons are the busiest times of the years for the airlines, but 25% of what they were doing last year, that's not a great number. And when you go into September, those numbers are just going to get worse. So, and this is from the Bureau of Transportation Statistics, and as you guys can see here, in May, June, and July in 2018, the numbers were amazing, They kept going up, 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 all the way to July. It fell down a little bit in August, but in September it had a huge downfall, and that is because people started coming back from vacations. However, there is one thing that I want to bring to your attention, and that is people flying for vacation. Chances are most people are not flying for vacation this year because, COVID-19. Most of the countries in the world do not like America right now. The United States is shut off from the entire world. There's only a handful of countries that we can go to for vacation or to visit. So in my opinion, I do not think that the airlines are going to take a hard hit this September. That is because they already took a huge hit this year, People are only flying at 25% capacity. Those are probably just business trips and trips that they really need to make. I think that the main thing that will affect people flying again is whether or not we have a coronavirus vaccine or there is a spike in coronavirus cases, Those two things will have a huge effect on the number of people flying again, more so than any other thing that can happen. And while we're at it, I would just like to add in that the number of coronavirus cases will probably increase in the fall. So make sure you're accounting for that when you're buying Boeing stocks or airline stocks. Alright, so now let's look at Boeing stocks and see what is going on. So as you guys can see here, Boeing is currently at $165. Its market cap is $93 billion. Its 52-week range is $89 to $391, okay? Its earnings per share is negative 5.03. Alright, so now if we look at its charts, we can see that in February-ish, it was $340, okay? And then since then it's dropped like crazy. But in the middle of May, it started going up like crazy, as well as every other airline stocks. But after May, when it hit June 8th, it started crashing like crazy, okay? It crashed from $230 all the way down to $170. And then it bounced back to $197. And since then, it has had a huge downtrend. Some people thought that when it hit to 170, it was a great time to buy, because after that, it shot right back up to close to $200. But then it fell down again into 170 again, and they thought it was a good time to buy again. And then it went up again. But ever since then, it's dropped down to $165 again. Even $158 yesterday. So now the question is, where is Boeing right now, and is it a good time to buy? Well, and that brings me to part 4, and that is, what is my opinion of Boeing, and is it a good time to buy, and how should you be buying it? So in my opinion, I do think it is a good time to buy right now. But I do not think that you should be buying a whole lot of it right now. I do think that it can go down a little bit lower. For me, I would buy it a little bit at a time, because $165 for Boeing is very, very good. Right? $165 is a very good price for Boeing. $140, $150, those are all very, very good prices for Boeing. I can guarantee you that from now till the end of 2021, at some point it'll be over $200 per share. Right? Guaranteed. The reason why is because from now till the end of the year to the beginning of next year, the coronavirus vaccine is going to come out. And when that news comes out, Boeing and the other airlines are going to shoot up like crazy, just like it happened in May. So for me, I think it is a very good time to buy a little bit at a time right now, from now till close to the end of the year, because there's a very good chance that it can go down, but it can also go up as the vaccine gets closer and closer to being approved. And the way I would buy it is with options, because for me, options gives me the best return for my money. And I like long options, because all I need to do is wait. If I know that a company is gonna go up in the long term, I buy long-term options, and then it goes up and it doubles, triples my money. So if I was buying Boeing, I would buy it for June 2021. The reason why I would buy it for June 2021 is because it's going to take till the end of the year to the beginning of next year for the vaccine to finally be ready. And that is only when the vaccine is ready. But I know that stocks will always go up on good news. So if a vaccine is good, stocks will go up from there. So that's why I'd say buy a long-term stock, okay? I would probably buy it around in the 150s to the 140s. If you guys don't have that much money, buy stocks. But if you see it hit 120, I don't know if it will hit 120, but if it does hit 120, just go all in, all right? If it hits 120, go all in on a June 18th contract, okay? Alright guys, so that's all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys like it, please give it a thumbs up. That will really help me out, okay? And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe, okay? I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of August. I think I can do it, but I need your help. So until next time, bye.